culture hero, coming to save us all. You never judged us, taught us to stand up tall. Pop culture hero, taught us to be as one. After the prequels, the healing has begun. Walking the thin line between heaven, earth, and hell. Pop culture hero, saving us from ourselves.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this festive of nights. Well, as I'm sure many of you actually know, I'm sitting right in the middle of the biggest blizzard I've ever seen in about, a good 7 or 8 years. I am literally trapped in my house with absolutely nothing to do. The wind is actually blowing sideways, as normal, but the snow is going sideways along with it. We've got probably about 10 to 12 inches of snow coming, and that's what we're expecting right now. So we're expecting probably at least a good foot, maybe even more than that is on its way. It's going to be snowing for at least for the next 24 hours probably, and it's already been snowing already half the day already. So I've got nothing better to do, and the camera runs on batteries, so if we lose power, it's not going to matter. What do you say I fulfill the promise I made to you guys a couple months ago when I got the move and unbox the Microsoft Xbox Kinect. Now, you can see here, this is the Kinect Bundle with the 250 gigabyte hard drive Xbox Slim. Now, the thing about this is that there are several of these models, but I wanted to make it clear that this is not a standalone Kinect. This costs $400 American, and it is not by any means free, and it is not a Kinect by itself. There is an Xbox included on this. Now, you're going to say, why is it that I got a Kinect? Or with an Xbox if I already got an Xbox? Does this have something to do with the Kinect? No, the Kinect will work on any Xbox, including my first generation Xbox. However, my first generation Xbox is very, very long in the tooth. It does not support HDMI. It's sat on about 2 red rings already. Granted, it hasn't red ringed in several years, but it's very, very, very old. And because of that, it doesn't have the, it's not less prone to red ringing, and it's not, it just doesn't have the HDMI support I needed. So I figured get a deal and pick up the larger capacity hard drive Xbox Kinect Bundle. This is more than double my current hard drive capacity. And I fully intend, and Microsoft allows this, to transfer all of my data from one Xbox to another from hard drives. So I will be actually doing a separate video about that later on to show you guys how to transfer your data over from one Xbox to another as well. So now that we got that big mouthful out of the way, what do you say we start opening this thing up, shall we? Okay. Well, there's tape here, and that looks like it's just to. No, that's for the wrapping. Where's the? Where's the latch? Open like this. Yeah, it's here. Well, the label is right here for where the opening goes. It says, do not sell before November 4th, 2010. That's the release date of the Kinect. And so we can cut this off. It is currently Christmas Day. So they say to pull this right off. Oh, look at that. Let's see if we can get this thing open, shall we? Oh, it pops right open. Jump in. Okay, This looks like this is where the Xbox is. Commands Acqui, start here. Quick setup guide. Well, oh, that's interesting. I was gonna say I already know how to hook up an Xbox because I have hooked up several Xboxes before in the past, but But this also tells you how to set up the Kinect sensor from the looks of it. Kinect sensor is included on that. There is a pamphlet for very cheap Xbox games. Guitar Hero 3, Gears of War 2, Star Wars Force Unleashed 1.
Joe, what size is this TV?
60. Thank you, Danny, for interrupting my video. Keep going. Keep rolling. Left 4 Dead 4, or sorry, Left 4 Dead, and Guitar Hero Aerosmith and Dead Red. This also says this has built-in wireless, and the truth is that yes, this is a unit with built-in Wi-Fi. So, got that. Let's pull out the Xbox. This looks like the Xbox. Little bumpers on the side.
Let's see that Xbox.
Nice little foam protecting it. What is this material here? Is this like styrofoam? I don't know what the heck this material is. Also, what is this material? This is an interesting material. This isn't styrofoam. It's too hard to be styrofoam. Ooh, it's dark. Ooh, this is interesting. This has a very different finish than the first one did. If you look at it, look at this. This has a sleek, almost jet finish to it.
If you could put that like more into the light. There we go.
It's got a heatsink on the top, which the first Xbox did not have, and caused many red rings of death. It's got vents on the side, and that looks like to be where the hard drive is right now, and another vent system on the other side. So, it's also got the front panel with the, these are front USBs here.
A golden power button.
A metallic power button, and these can't red ring because there's no lights on the ring. If it red rings, it turns red in the front. The front panel where the disk drive goes in. And connections for Ethernet. Many connections for USB. And this, I believe, right here is the Kinect input. This is HDMI. This is pretty much everything. This is where the standard cables go in. Also component cables will go in there. And this is the optical input for surround sound, which is different. Now the back of this unit is much different than the back of the unit I have is. As you can see here, there are 3 USB connections. The original Xbox only has 1 rear USB connection, and that's only for the HD DVD drive or the old Wi-Fi adapter. And now I guess the Kinect will plug back there. It's got Ethernet already there. It's got the auxiliary port. I think this is a Kinect port. I'm pretty sure of that, but it's marked auxiliary. This is the same. This is just a standard, and all the cables plug into this. This will support component, optical connection, and standard definition cable, RCA pin plugs. HDMI connection, standard plain old HDMI connection, and a built-in optical connection right here. So it's a lot different because there's no optical connection, there's no HDMI connection, and there's a lot fewer HDMI USBs, and there's no Kinect sensor on the back of my Xbox. So this is a very different Xbox than the first generation of what I have. Also, this faceplate can't be removed. The faceplates are gone. They're no longer supporting faceplate support. Now, a lot of people aren't very upset about that because the faceplates kind of were a bit overpriced. And because of that, nobody really was interested in them. However, a lot of faceplates were major collector's items. In fact, actually, I know somebody recently who got a signed Alan Wake faceplate, actually, signed by the original developers of Alan Wake. And let me tell you, they paid a pretty penny for it too. It's a collector's item. The money went to charity, which was nice. It went to Child's Play. Here's the game, the full game for Kinect. This is Kinect Adventures. Pretty much the regular game. And these will come with the Kinects. If you pre-ordered this, or if you pre-ordered any version of the Kinect, you'll also get a separate disc with codes for special avatar items and extra Kinect Adventures episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I already got that disc when I put down the pre-order, so that disc is already all taken care of, and all that stuff's already been downloaded.
Let's see that Kinect.
Let's take a look here. Got a USB cable here. Got this auxiliary cable here. Oh, look at this.
I got the Kinect, huh?
We're videotaping. We're live. Now, as you can tell, I am not the only person trapped in my house. There are many. And that's something just dropped. I don't know what it was. This is the black controller. Regular D-pad. It's not a special D-pad by any means. I dropped something. Could you tell what I dropped?
No.
Okay, I got it. Batteries.
Batteries.
And I guess, no. Does not support, this is not a, I have to get a battery backer or something like that.
Granted, the old ones should probably fit the new ones.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the old ones will definitely still work, but I'll have to get a special battery for it anyway. Because these things basically don't have plain charge ports. Excuse me. Wired headset, right here. Can you see it?
Yep.
Wired headset. What do we got here? Oh, this is right here. Connection for.
Wow, winds are really picking up out there.
Oh yeah. Let us know. Regular RCA pin connection. I'm noticing though, take a look at this. These cables have the exact same port as the current ones, but look, this isn't a component connection. Usually these cables support component connections and standard definition connections at the same time. This doesn't do that. This is a new cable. What we got here? Power cord. Power cord. Did they get rid of the power brick? You know if they got rid of the power brick?
No, I do not.
I think they did. No, spoke too soon. I hate you. No, it's a new power brick. Smaller power brick, 110 volt power brick for the Xbox. This is the power brick. And there is nothing else in here. I guess they did away with shipping component cables with there because there's no HDMI cables in here. There's no HDMI cables in this box. The original Xbox, Xbox 250 gigabytes, they're called the Elite models, used to come with HDMI cables, or at the very least, their cables for this would include component cables also. What the heck? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be using a standard HDMI cable anyway. I have a spare. But that's not what you wanted to see, is it? This is what you guys wanted to see, isn't it? I gotta say, it's smaller than I thought it was gonna be. That's what she said. I think you guys know what this is, don't you?
No.
You don't have a clue? You've been living under a rock for the last 2 years?
You're there, you're too busy trapping your PS3s.
True. Dun 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 dun! The Kinect sensor. It's got an interesting reflection too. There are two. Yep. Look at that. Look at this. This isn't a USB connection. If you guys bought this to play it on a different Xbox, it doesn't have a USB connection. This isn't a USB connection. This is a Kinect connection. See, look.
Yep.
It's got that little thing there. This won't work on USB. I was kind of hoping to be able to switch it back and forth from my Xboxes, and I can't. I'm going to just leave that there for safety reasons. Now, for those of you who don't know how the Kinect works, there are two cameras which I am not going to touch. There are two cameras built into the Kinect itself. One of them is a standard VGA, standard definition. Actually, it's actually less advanced in the lens I'm using right now to photograph myself, actually photographing the Kinect. That lens I got in that camera that's filming me right now is actually more advanced. It's also got a special camera, an infrared camera. Now you're going to say, well, what's an infrared camera got to do with anything? Well, this right here, pretty certain, is it, well, actually, I don't know which is which. I'm going to guess which is which, but there are basically, you see three outputs here. One is the VGA camera, which I just described to you, which is a standard 640 by 480 VGA camera, no different than the webcams that you're using right now to communicate with each other. Or, to be honest, the PlayStation Move's iToy. Or, right here, you've got the infrared camera, which is the second projector, which is what takes your 3D image. You're going to say, well, what good is a infrared camera? What it does is, and the way the system works is, it will project an infrared projector light on top of you, which is invisible. So what it will do with that light is it'll cover your whole body.
Is there a Blu-ray player in here?
No, actually, yeah, it's right there.
No, not in here. In here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry for the interruptions.
Sorry again for the interruption. That's like the third interruption. As you can tell, I am not alone in this house. There are literally people snowed in just as much as I am, and nobody's going anywhere.
Wah, wah, wah.
Finally, so basically it will project an infrared light on you, which is invisible, and then the second camera will take the infrared light. Will only read the infrared light, and that's how it takes a 3D image of you. Now, I have heard that the infrared camera itself is half the resolution of what the current camera is. The current camera is 320 by 240 for the infrared camera. However, there has been talk among the Xbox community, now Microsoft, excuse me, excuse me about that. There is talk in the Xbox community that they will release a firmware update for these Kinects, which will support, which will upgrade the Kinect infrared camera to 640 by 480, which will make it much better. Are you still rolling?
Yep,
Okay.
still going.
There are also microphones, several microphones on the unit itself, which will capture your voice, has its own proprietary audio capture devices and stuff like that. Oh crap. Going back on it. So there you have it, folks. The entire Xbox 360 Kinect Bundle 250 gigabyte promo. I gotta say, they really did a good job improving the look of the Xbox Kinect. I'm sorry, the look of the Xbox Slim, this new Xbox. They really were going for a similarity with the Kinect. It's a great upgrade. A lot more inputs. The memory card units are gone. A lot more USB connections. I'm happy. Let's jump in, shall we?